Arnprior Chamber of Commerce held an information breakfast in regards to the major changes coming to businesses with Bill 148. If you're not familiar with Bill 148, it's the Fair Workplace and Better Jobs Act, which will see minimum wage jump to $15 an hour. Karl Baldouf, Vice President of Policy and Government Relations for the Ontario Chamber of Commerce, was at the breakfast to give an informal presentation on the bill and what some concerns were for all business owners going forward.
So Bill 148 will bring about a number of new costs for businesses that will add to the cost burden that many businesses here and across Ontario are feeling. And so a number of things that we've heard about are there'll be an increase in the minimum wage, but there's a lot more than that, including efforts that will encourage unionization rates to increase at levels we hadn't seen previously, but also extending personal emergency leave days. All these things come at a cost. And so, while the intent of the legislation may be good, the amount of change that's coming, we believe, is too much too fast. Businesses are going to have to accommodate for these new costs by perhaps cutting hours, letting people go, and in some cases increasing the cost of everyday goods and services.
While the direction of the bill is to help employees, it may have a reverse effect. Business will take the hit alone in paying for the wage increase, which will mean layoffs, increased in price for goods and services, and a lot more.
So we commissioned an economic analysis that took a look at what would the hit be. And so we know that in the first 2 years alone, there'll be $23 billion in new costs for businesses. So one of the arguments the government makes is that when you pay people more money, they have more money to spend. And our analysis showed that yes, by about $11 billion over 2 years. That still means that we have a $12 billion problem. And you can't accommodate for that just through offsets alone. You need to slow down the legislation, you need to make amendments to the legislation, and yes, you need to add offsets as well.
The bill will also feature a change in union workings and mandatory of 10 sick days for all employees. More information can be found at the Ontario Assembly website, www.ontla.on.ca. Reporting for Cogeco News in Arnprior, I'm Richard Levoy.